We're in the final leg of gearing up for our kitchen install.
I said that we had an install date of December 11th, and unfortunately that install date got pushed back. It was a pretty rough time. We saw that he had a severe decline, and we didn't think he was gonna make it through the morning. We were in complete panic.
Rob has a pretty keen eye for what he's looking for.
I fell in love with these, I don't know if you can see it so well, these little glasses.
Welcome back to our renovation in Tuscany. If it's your first time joining us, take a look inside our villa and explore our previous videos at the top right. Let's get into all that's recently happened at the villa in these past couple of weeks. We're in the final leg of gearing up for our kitchen install. So many different trades are coming and going all at once. To be honest, it's been a complete nightmare organizing dates and getting some of the most important components of the bottom floor done.
All right, so we wanted to bring you down here to the bottom floor so that you could see what has been going on in our preparation for our kitchen install. That was supposed to be on December 11th. In our last video, if you watched our last video, I said that we had an install date of December 11th, which should be this coming Monday, the day after this video is posted. And unfortunately, that install date got pushed back. We do not have a precise date. We just know that the install will happen sometime before Christmas. What needed to happen was for the floors to get polished. These are a deep, rich, dark black floor. Right now, they look gray because they've been passed over by the machine. You can see a streak, a little streak here that it's supposed to be. But right now, I believe he put a coat of the cement over so that it fills in any of those gaps that could have existed here. Possibly for this room, considering that it is a very rich dark black, I might want to go with a little bit of a more polished look, just so that it has that depth and it doesn't feel so dull. Though we're still okay. We have 1 week left to finish up those little last minute touches, which is actually in our benefit too. One of the really important things that happened this week were getting all of our electrical outlets put in. Our electrician came and installed all of the plugs, all of the light switches, and then once everything's completely done, he'll put those plates on there. Rob and I will be moving down here into this room once they start working upstairs. So we'll make that transition and we'll be in here, we'll have heating, and my mom, come this way, will be in this room. So this will be my mom's room for the time being. She's gonna have a little bit less space than we are because I'll go ahead and be working from that room as well. But it's a good size room. The floors are getting done in here as well. This is Rob's favorite flooring in the whole entire villa. And I love how clean they look now, because before they were a little bit more dirty. I think we're definitely gonna have to go more polished on this. This is very, very matte. And I love how the green shines and it has a lot of life to it. And also these marble pieces right here. So I think we're gonna go with a higher gloss finish on these floors. Also, what we received this week was, very importantly, our dishwasher. We have been living without a dishwasher for some time and it's truly a luxury here. So I ordered this dishwasher from SKS and it's supposed to be really energy efficient. We're gonna get lots of use out of it, especially with a newborn. So I'm happy this is here. And we also got the insert for our custom made vent hood. This is gonna be the filter for the Lucca Antique oven that we're getting. This one is a very good one, and I got hooked up. Thank you, Ricardo, for this, because he sent this over very quickly and we have it in time for our install. We hope that you guys are doing well. We wanted to give you a little bit of an update on what's been going on since it's been a little while. Right now, we have little Rooney back home with us, and he's healing at the moment, and we want to say thank you so much for all of your well wishes, and we really felt the positivity.
Absolutely.
It was a pretty rough time. From one day to the next, this guy was not doing well, and it was so unexpected because he's usually so lively and happy. It was really hard to see him just suddenly decline, and he's been relatively a healthy dog all of his life.
Yeah.
As soon as we noticed a slight change, that same day we took him to the vet that's nearby. I'm really happy we made the decision once we saw that change to go and take him.
It was just one morning he woke up and he was just really lethargic. You could tell he was in a little bit of pain just because, he wasn't acting normal.
No.
So then we decided to take him, and they said he had a bit of a fever, and then they did a blood test on him, and his red blood cells were low and his white blood cells were high, so they thought he had some sort of infection.
I'm glad we made the decision to start treatment immediately. That same appointment, they went ahead and kept him like Rob said, and we were gonna play it by ear and see kind of how this evolved. Really, what we thought we were dealing with was an infection. They did an ultrasound on him, and unfortunately, we found a large mass on his spleen, something completely unexpected and was incredibly devastating to the both of us because they said that this mass could explode or burst without warning because it has a large blood supply, and it would be very life-threatening. If not, it could possibly kill him. We thought, okay, well, we have to deal with the infection first, then we can see, once he's doing better, to do surgery to remove the whole entire spleen. That very next morning, when we were about to take him in again for his antibiotic, IV treatment, and anti-inflammatories to get his infection under control, we saw that he had a severe decline, and we didn't think he was gonna make it through the morning. We were in complete panic and really upset, of course, because he's our little guy. We just want the very best for him, and we don't like seeing him suffer or in pain.
I mean, the good thing is, though, as you could tell now, he's a lot better. He's basically, I would say 80% back to normal. Doesn't have as much energy as he used to, and we give him medication every day. He's not in pain at all anymore.
No.
But he's just, I would say after this, he's gotten a lot older in the past week, hard of hearing and stuff like that, which he wasn't before. He's a lot better now. Now we're just trying to come to terms with like the future. He is 13, so he is older. I'm thankful to have him this long, and however long we're gonna have him. Not all dogs live to be that long. It's just been tough because he's like our kid,
He's been on so many adventures.
That's what I was just gonna say, yeah.
He's lived a really unique and interesting life, especially for a dog, traveling to all these cities and staying at all these different hotels with us as we travel throughout Europe. He's been an amazing companion for me, especially during my really rough time. I was very, very ill for a couple of years, and he was right by my side the entire time, every single day. So he holds a special place in both of our hearts. What the vet said was, we are most likely dealing with cancer, terminal cancer. Just to clarify what, kind of like what has been happening this past week. And she believes his sudden decline was brought on by that. At this point, since we are still waiting for a clear diagnosis, they will take an easy sample from him next week, so we'll give you an update. We'll know kind of more or less what kind of cancer it is and how much time we have with him. We got to enjoy the time that we have with him, and things are good at the moment. That's all you could really hope for. We had a week and a half to kind of let the news settle in and cry our eyes out, for some days, but also try to get back to normal life. And since he's been home, have some normality and just focus on his his well-being for now and making sure that he's comfortable. My mom is actually, she had been planning on coming next week and spending a couple weeks with us for Christmas. It just so happened that everything kind of collided at once.
As it does.
When it rains, it pours.
The positive thing is that he could be here for a few more months. We don't know, you know?
Yeah.
And just, yeah, enjoying every moment, feeding him everything he wants to be fed, and, you know, letting him live this last, you know, beautiful part of his life. He's happy to be here today. He's walking in the sun, enjoying the garden and stuff because it's nice and bright here. And especially with the baby coming, you know, it's like the end of like a chapter in our life and then the beginning of a new one. Yeah.
It's pretty hard. I love you. I love you too.
The weekend before all of this, Rob and I went to the monthly antique market in Lucca to stretch our legs and see what goodies we could find.
We're back in Lucca and we're gonna take you around with us. Come on.
Rob has a pretty keen eye for what he's looking for, and I'm usually the slower one. He spotted this unique sculpture on a marble base. We asked the seller for a price and were absolutely surprised, especially for its very casual display among knickknacks. They were asking 1,500 euros. We moved on to find something within our price range. Ever since Rob came across local Livornese painter Gino Romiti, he's been on the hunt for a piece. Romiti painted lovely scenes of nature and scenes of our local sea view in the late 1800s, early 1900s. This market was really packed and there were loads of vendors with a very ample collection of items. You could really find anything that you have in mind. I more or less came for the antiques, but stayed for the cute vendor dogs. Before all of this happened with Rooney, Rob and I went to the Lucca Flea Market to have a poke around and look and see if we could find anything that would be nice for the house. Usually it's more of a miss than it is a hit because their prices are pretty high at that flea market. I feel like the flea markets that are here in Tuscany are pretty expensive. If you're going to the Arezzo or if you're going to Lucca, their prices are pretty high because there's a lot of tourists that actually frequent the market. There's a lot of expats and there's a lot of foreigners who also frequent those markets to try to get stuff for their houses that they have abroad.
Most of them don't live here full-time, or they have vacation rentals that they rent out. So that's why a lot of the items at the flea markets around this area are pretty expensive. Usually Rob and I are doing our best to wheel and deal and try to get the best prices that we can on items that we think are very much worth it. So we found a couple of things and we wanted to share with you kind of what we found. It's been such a long time that I don't exactly remember what it is we got. Oh yeah, these are fantastic. They're little silver bowls that you can put, you know, nuts and different things, and if you're having parties, it's wonderful. I fell in love with these, I don't know if you can see it so well, these little glasses. Here you can have like a little grappa or after dinner drink. I mean, obviously in my state that's not gonna be happening, but I mean, these are so adorable, and they're very like 70s inspired, especially with the green. Love that. We got a set of 4 of those, and it was a deal. I think it was like €5 for the set of 4, or maybe €6, something like that. Then we got some highball glasses that are pretty nice. When I say wheel and deal, we really mean wheel and deal. Like, we're on a budget, so we're trying to find some really nice items that are not going to break the bank. These are some nice classic highball glasses. We got a set of 6 of these. This was my find of the day. These are called, there you go, so you can kind of see. It's a particular brand from the 1960s. This was a mint condition set that was probably never used and probably put at the back of the cabinet. They're so lovely. These little, the silverware from the 1960s that they've never been used before. They have a very unique look to them. So we got a full set of over 100 pieces for a very good price. And you can see like the shape of the spoons are really lovely. They're very unique, something that's I haven't seen a whole lot of. Usually it's more country or it's more antique-y. These are very specific. It's a very specific find. So I was really happy because it kind of goes with our whole 60s, 70s theme and vibe that we're trying to source items for. These are the large knives. They're really lovely. The whole service is for 12 people. It comes with all these forks, spoons, and everything that you need. And then it also comes with the servingware, which is like, you know, the ladle, the large spoons, the slotted spoon, the large spoon for serving, and this guy here. I don't know if we can see that. Then the last item that we found, and of course we talked down the price, which is not so easy, but it's much easier when you can speak the language. Yeah, try walking away and they'll call you back. Pro tip. All right, it's this amazing onyx piece that we found. It's a catchall. I don't know. Original. I don't know if you can see it so well. It has the round bowl in there, you know, and then some little divots on the side. And it has this beautiful green color and veining, rust color veining through it that is very 70s vibes. So I love this find too. Huh? I think we paid like 30 euros for this piece here.
This is a painting I bought on eBay by a famous, not so famous, painter, Gino Romiti. He's actually from here where we live in Livorno, this part of Italy. And yeah, really fell in love with some of his artwork. I found out about it by going to a flea market and found his name and just started doing some research and was able to find some of his artwork on eBay. This is part of a big private collection and I was able to purchase it, and it's called Villa with Wisteria, and it has a beautiful sea view behind it, and we really want to start collecting some of this artwork for our house, you know, that kind of fits our style.
So we got a great selection of little things that are very practical that can help pull together a certain area of the room. And I absolutely love this dinnerware. We'll be styling lots of tables with it, and it'll be really wonderful to use when we finally open our shop and we show you everything. Everything has kind of been put on hold because of everything that has been coming at us at the current moment. It hasn't been a really good time to go ahead and focus on that. We just needed to make sure that with work and the construction and Rooney, that we prioritized those things and made sure that everything was kind of aligning, especially with the kitchen install happening so quickly. We had to prioritize our personal life and everything that's kind of going on. So once the shop is ready and we have our collection, because that's what we've been doing these past few months, is gathering everything and kind of putting together a really beautiful, strong, curated collection of everyday items.
We'll be sure to share any shop updates and of course, Rooney and all Reno updates as it unfolds. Thanks so much for all of your support. Hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and join us on this Italian adventure. Thanks for being a part of our Renovation family, and we can't wait to see you next time.